Namaskar, I am Anand and all of you are in the live session of Join for Education. In this class, I am going to solve question number 6 to 10 of NCERT textbook of class 11. So this class will be useful to the schooling students of class 12 having a subject mathematics. Let's see the question number 6. So all questions or question number 6 to 10 based upon substitution method. Question number 6 to 10 based upon substitution method. Name of the chapter is integral. In the last class I have solved up to question number 5. So fx into derivative of x fx into dx. So this one is known as the substitution method. If we put if we put fx equal to z, then we have derivative of fx equal to dz, or we write down fx into dx equal to dz, and this is one of the most important formula, or this one is known as the substitution method. This method will be used during the solution of question number 6 to 10. Other general formula which is used during the solution of question number 6 to 10 is x to the power n into dx, or integration of x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. These two methods will be used during the solution of question number 6 to 10. Hope that there is no problem to understand these two formula. One is known as the substitution method and other is the general formula of the integration. X to the integration of x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So let's see the question number 6. Question number ax plus b over root into dx. In this question ask us or find out the integration of ax plus b over root into dx. So let's see, according to the substitution method we put here. Let's see the solution. Put ax plus b equal to z. Now derivative both side, then we, this is the first step. Now derivative both side with respect to x, then in the left hand side we get here a into dx, and derivative of b will be 0 and the derivative of z will be dz. Therefore, here will be a into dx equal to dz. So dx equal to dz by a. So we write down here form of the question will be therefore ax plus b our root into dx, and this is the symbol of integration. Then we write down here for ax plus b we write down here z into for dx we write down dz by a. After that there is no problem to understand according to the our supposition here ax plus b equal to z, and we put our root, and dx after the calculation or derivation we get dx equal to dz by a. So the here next step will be equal to 1 by a under root z by into dz. Half that there is no problem to understand up to this step. The next step here will be equal to 1 by a and z to the power 1 by 2 into dz. Now we recall the formula integration of x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So according to this one here will be 1 by a into z to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So your next step will be equal to 1 by a and z to the power 3 by 2 by here will be 3 by 2. So next step here will be equal to 1 by a into 2 by 3 into we write down here plus c z to the power 3 by 2 plus c. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. Now we putting the value of z here. Now putting the value of z, then here we get equal to 1 by a into 2 by 3, and the value of z is ax plus b to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So the final step here will be integration of ax plus b our root into dx equal to here will be 2 by 3a into ax plus b to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So this one will be the answer of this question. Of that there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. Let's see once again. अ, नमस्कार, मैं हूं आनंद और आप जॉइन फॉर एजुकेशन के लाइव सेशन में हैं। आज मैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 to 10 को सॉल्व कर रहा हूं। एक्सरसाइज आपका 7.2 है और बुक आपका एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक है। सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड का यही जनरल फॉर्म होता है, इंटीग्रेशन एफ एक्स इंटू डेरिवेटिव ऑफ एफ एक्स। यदि आप एफ एक्स को जेड पुटअप कर लेंगे तो एफ डैश एक्स डी एक्स आपका डी जेड हो जाएगा। इस फार्मूला का यहाँ पर यूज किया जाएगा। क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 to 10 जो है आपका सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड पर ही बेस्ट ऑफ वन है। सेकंड फार्मूला जिसका यहाँ पर यूज किया जाएगा, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ एक्स टू द पावर एन इंटू डी एक्स इक्वल टू एक्स टू द पावर एन प्लस वन बाय एन प्लस वन प्लस सी। ये दो फार्मूला का यहाँ पर यूज किया जाएगा। लेट्स सी द क्वेश्चन नंबर 6। ये आपका क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 है, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ए एक्स प्लस बी ओवर रूट इंटू डी एक्स। तो यहाँ पर हम लोग सपोज कर लिए हैं ए एक्स प्लस बी इक्वल टू जेड, नो डेरिवेटिव बोथ साइड विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू एक्स। तो हमारा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ए इंटू डी एक्स प्लस जीरो इक्वल टू डी जेड। चूँकि हमको डी एक्स का वैल्यू चाहिए तो डी एक्स इक्वल टू, देखिए इस स्टेप में आ गया डी जेड बाई ए। तो आपका क्वेश्चन का फॉर्म देखिए इस तरह से चेंज हो गया, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ए एक्स प्लस बी ओवर रूट इंटू डी एक्स इक्वल टू ये ए एक्स प्लस बी इक्वल टू हम लोग जेड पुटअप किए हैं तो यहाँ जेड रखे, फिर रूट का सिंबल है तो हम लोग रूट लगा दिए इंटू डी एक्स का वैल्यू देखिए हम लोग फाइंड आउट किए डी जेड बाई ए। अभी ए आपका कांस्टेंट है तो 1/a को हम लोग बाहर ले लिए और फिर इंटीग्रेशन का सिंबल लगाए, फिर रूट जेड इंटू जेड। अब इसको हम लोग एक्सपोनेंशियल में कन्वर्ट कर दिए, 1/a इंटीग्रेशन जेड टू द पावर 1/2 इंटू डी जेड। अब देखिए ये सेकंड फार्मूला जो बोले थे, सेकंड फार्मूला को एक बार यहाँ रिकॉल कर लिए और इसी को यहाँ पर यूज कर दिए, 1/a और जेड टू द पावर एन प्लस वन इंस्टेड ऑफ एन, एन के बदले में हमारे पास 1/2 है तो 1/2 प्लस वन कर दिए बाई फिर आपका 1/2 प्लस वन प्लस सी। एक सिंपल कैलकुलेशन, बिकॉज वी आर द स्टूडेंट ऑफ क्लास 12, हम लोग क्लास 12 का स्टूडेंट है तो एक सिंपल कैलकुलेशन हम लोग यहाँ पर कर दिए, 1/a इंटू 1/2 प्लस वन कीजिएगा तो 3/2 आ जाएगा, तो जेड टू द पावर 3/2 बाय 3/2 प्लस सी। नेक्स्ट स्टेप में हमारे पास आ गया 1/a और ये 3/2 जो है आपका 2/3 में आ गया इंटू जेड टू द पावर 3/2 प्लस सी। अब हम लोग फाइनल स्टेप में जेड का वैल्यू पुटअप कर दिए, तो जेड का वैल्यू हमारा है ए एक्स प्लस बी और फाइनल स्टेप जो आपका हो गया इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ए एक्स प्लस बी ओवर रूट इंटू डी एक्स इक्वल टू 2/3a ए एक्स प्लस बी टू द पावर 3/2 प्लस सी। यही आंसर हो गया। सो इफ यू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वन देन यू गॉट फुल मार्क्स। यदि आप इस क्वेश्चन को इस तरह से सॉल्व कर देते हैं तो इसके लिए आपको पूरा मार्क्स मिल जाएगा। लेट्स सी द क्वेश्चन नंबर 7। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 को देख लीजिए। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, लेट्स सी व्हाट से। तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 आपका है x, फिर आपका x प्लस 2 और फिर आपका है ओवर रूट इंटू आपका है dx। इसी का इंटीग्रेशन यहाँ पर फाइंड आउट करने के लिए बोला गया है। लेट्स सी द सॉल्यूशन। सॉल्यूशन यहाँ पर देख लीजिए। यहाँ हम लोग पुट कर देते हैं x प्लस 2 इक्वल टू जेड, पुट x प्लस 2 इक्वल टू जेड। अब हम लोग करेंगे नो डेरिवेटिव, हियर वी डू राइट नो डेरिवेटिव बोथ साइड, नो डेरिवेटिव both sides with respect to x, then in the left hand side we get here dx equal to dz, and we find out what will be the x. So here x equal to z minus 2, After that there is no problem to understand up to this step. इस step तक समझने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुआ होगा. Let's see the form of the question here will be x minus 2 over root into dx equal to the value of x is here z minus 2 and we suppose x minus 2 equal to z, so we write down here z over root into the value of dx is dz, so we write down here dz. Put the symbol of integration. Of that there is no problem to understand up to this step. So the next step here will be z into root z equal to z to the power 3 by 2 minus 2 into root z into we write down here dz and put the sign of the integration. So here next step will be equal to z to the power 3 by 2 into dz and put the symbol of integration minus 2 into z to the power 1 by 2 into dz. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. Now we recall the formula x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So we recall the formula. Recall the formula. We write down here integration of x to the power n into dx equal to here will be x to the power n plus 1 by we write down here n plus 1 plus c. So according to this one here will be we write down here equal to z to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 minus 2 into z to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So the here next step will be equal to z to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 will be 5 by 2 by we write down here 5 by 2 minus we write down here 2 into z to the power 3 by 2 by here also will be 3 by 2 plus c. So the next step here will be 2 by 5 into z to the power 5 by 2 minus here will be 4 by 3 into z to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Now putting the value of z. Now putting the value of z. So here the value of z is x plus 2. So we write down here 2 by 5 into x plus 2 to the power 5 by 2 minus 4 by 3 into x plus 2 to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So the final step here will be integration of x into root x plus 2, integration of x into x plus 2 over root into dx equal to 2 by 5 into x plus 2 to the power 5 by 2 minus 4 by 3 into x plus 2 to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Hope that there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. So this is the solution of question number 7. Let's see the question number 8. First of all, we recall the question number 8. Integration of x 1 plus 2x square over root 1 plus 2x square over root into dx. So this question is based upon substitution method, and we use the substitution as well as the general formula. Let's see the solution. So we put here, put 1 plus 2x square equal to z. Now derivative both side with respect to x. So next step here will be derivative of 1 will be 0, and derivative of 2x square will be 4x into dx equal to dz. Therefore here x into dx equal to dz by 4. Hope that there is no problem to understand up to this step. So we write down form of the question will be x into 1 plus 2x square over root into dx equal to, here will be x into dx equal to dz by 4, and we suppose this one z. So we write down here under root z into dz by 4, and we put the knot of integration. So the next step here will be 1 by 4 and root z into dz. Now we recall the formula, or we write down here, we know that x to the power n into dx, or integration of x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by, here will be n plus 1 into plus c. Half that there is no problem. This is the general formula. So according to this one, your next step will be 1 by 4, and we write down here z to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So here will be equal to 1 by 4 into z to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus c. So the next step here will be 2 by 12 into z to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Now we cancelled out here 2 1 ja 2 and 2 6 ja 12. So the here next step will be equal to 1 by 6 into z to the power 3 by 2 plus c. We write down now putting the value of z. Now putting the value of z. So here the value of z is, let's see here, the so z equal to 1 plus 2x square. So here will be equal to 1 by 6 into 1 plus 2x square to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So the final step here will be integration of x into 1 plus 2x square over root into dx equal to 1 by 6 into 1 plus 2x square to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Hope that there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. If you have, write into the comment box. I will clear your doubt. So this is the answer. Hope that there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. Let's see the question number 9. 4x plus 2 into x square plus x plus 1 over root into dx. Integration of 4x plus 2 into x square plus x plus 1 over root into dx. Let's see the solution of this question. So we write down here, put x square plus x plus 1 equal to z. Now derivative both side with respect to x. Both sides wrt x. Therefore, here will be 2x plus 1 into dx equal to dz. So 4x into 4x plus 2 into dx will be what? So we multiplied both sides by 2, then we get here 4x plus 2 into dx equal to 2 into dz. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So let's see here. We write down here 4x plus 2, therefore 4x plus 2, 4x plus 2 into x square plus x plus 1 over root into dx equal to, we write down here under root z into 2 into dz, and we put the note of integration. So the here next step will be 2 into under root z into dz. So the next step here will be equal to, we write down here 2 into z to the power 1 by 2 into dz, not of integration. So we write down here 2 into z to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. We used here x to the power n into dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So the next step here will be equal to 2 into z to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. So the next step here will be 4 by 3 into z to the power 3 by 2, and we write down here plus c. This is the integration constant. Now putting the value of z. Now putting the value of z. So here will be 4 by 3, and value of z is here. Let's see the value of z equal to x square plus x plus 1. The value of z is x square plus x plus 1 to the power 3 by 2 plus c. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So the final step here will be 4x plus 2, final step here will be 4x plus 2 into x square plus x plus 1 over root into dx equal to this one 4 by 3 x square plus x plus 1 to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So this is the answer. Hope that there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. Let's see the last question of today's class. This is the question number 10. This is the question number 10. 1 by x minus root x into dx. Here is the integration symbol. Let's see the solution of this question based upon the substitution method and the general formula. Integration of x to the power n equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Let's see the solution. One by x minus root x into dx. We take under root x common, then we get here 1 by under root x, and here will be under root x minus 1 into dx. So now we put here under root x minus 1 equal to z. Put under root x minus 1 equal to z. Now derivative both side with respect to x. Now derivative both sides wrt x. So here will be 1 by 2 under root x, and derivative of 1 is 0, so we write down here into dx equal to dz. Hope that there is no problem to understand up to this step. So we get here what will be the value of 1 by root x into dx. So 1 by root x into dx will be 2 into dz. So form of the question here will be, we write down here 2 dz by z. So we write down here integration of 1 by root x and root x minus 1 into dx equal to, here will be 2 dz by, here will be z. Of that there is no problem to understand up to this step. So the integration of this one will be, or next step here will be, we take 2 as the common and we write down here dz by z and integration here. We know that integration of dz by d equal to log z, so we write down here equal to 2 into log absolute value of z plus c. Of that there is no problem to understand up to this step. Now putting the value of z, now putting the value of z, so here next step will be 2 into log absolute value root x minus 1 plus c. So the final step here will be integration of 1 by x minus root x into dx equal to 2 into log absolute value of root x minus 1 plus c. After there is no problem to understand the solution of question number 10. So this is the answer. Hope that this class will be useful to the schooling students. Hope that this class will be useful for schooling students of class 12, as well as this class will help the JEE main or advanced aspirant to clear the basic concept. तो आज की कक्षा 12 में पढ़ने वाले विद्यार्थी जिनका एक सब्जेक्ट मैथमेटिक्स है के लिए उपयोगी होगा. टू अवर द क्लास आई एम गोइंग टू रिकैप द क्लास. क्लास को अवर करने से पहले एक बार मैं रिकैप कर देता हूं. आज हम लोग क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 to 10 सॉल्व किए. रेस्ट क्वेश्चन अगले क्लास में सॉल्व करेंगे. यदि आपको इस क्लास का पीडीएफ चाहिए अभी जो सॉल्व किए लाइव, तो आप राइट इनटू द कमेंट बॉक्स, कमेंट में राइट कीजिए, आपको पीडीएफ अवेलेबल करवा दिया जाएगा. आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं ताकि आपको इमीडिएट नोटिफिकेशन मिले जैसे ही इस क्लास को मैं शुरू करता हूं. आज क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 to 10 कर रहे थे. एक्सरसाइज आपका 7.2 था. एक्सरसाइज आपका 7.2 था, क्लास 12 है और सब्जेक्ट आपका मैथमेटिक्स है. सारा का सारा क्वेश्चन सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड पर बेस्ड अपन था और ये फार्मूला नंबर 2 पर बेस्ड था. ये आपका क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 है. ये फिर आपका यूट्यूब में रहेगा. आप अपने रिक्वायरमेंट के आधार पर जब इच्छा हो आप इस वीडियो को देख सकते हैं. और आपको अगली कक्षा कौन सा चैप्टर का चाहिए आप कमेंट में लिखिए. जैसे ही इंटीग्रल्स का क्लास या चैप्टर ओवर होगा मैं आपके रिक्वेस्ट पर कंसीडर करूंगा और अकॉर्डिंग टू आपके रिक्वेस्ट पर क्लास अरेंज कर दूंगा. So rest question I will solve in the next class. Rest questions I will solve in the next class. Till then, thanks to all of you. Thank you very much.